here with B&B Drainage Solutions, and today I'm going to bring you a video about two common mistakes often made whenever installing a gutter downspout drainage system. This video is going to be a little bit different because this is after the fact, after we've already installed the system, but I think these two common mistakes are important and I want to bring them to your attention. Always whenever we go on site, we try to record and bring you some educational and how-to videos, but sometimes we get busy, and to be honest, sometimes some people forget to hit the record button whenever trying to bring you these videos. I'm not going to mention any names, but anyway, I'm heading back over there right now. I'm going to show you the two common mistakes made. One of them pertains to the type of product used to capture and contain the water from the gutter downspouts. And I want to remind you that a gutter downspout system is a containment system. In other words, you're trying to collect and contain the water and convey it to your appropriate discharge site. And that brings up the second mistake on this site. I want to go ahead and ask you a question right now, and hopefully when you see the site, you can go ahead and put your answer below before the end of the video and tell me why, where they had the old system discharging, was not the appropriate discharge site for this particular piece of property. So let's get over there and let's have a look at it, and we'll go over the two mistakes made. And I'm also going to bring you one important other tip that you definitely want to do and take into consideration whenever installing your gutter downspout drainage system around the foundation of your home. So let's get over there and have a look. I would like to point out all these fittings and joints that you see connected to the gutter downspouts around the foundation of the home. We do try and make those as watertight or as waterproof as possible, and the way that we do it is pretty simple process. I'll give you a quick demonstration right here. We did film that actually whenever we were doing the install. Unfortunately, the sound was pretty bad, so let me just go ahead and show you real quick how you want to do that. I'll set the camera down right here for you, get it lined up. And what I like to use is a waterproof silicone, 100% waterproof silicone. And then you want to get in on the inside of the fitting here along the hub, and there's a lip in there. You should see it right there, that lip. And you just want to run a bead all around that lip inside the hub. And we do that anywhere we're connecting fittings and pipe, and you definitely want to do this along the foundation of your home. And then also another step we do is we'll take a screw, run a little self-tapping screw right there into our connections, and that holds everything securely and keeps it pretty watertight over a long period of time, to ensure that we're containing and holding all the water within our system. Okay, so before we go look at the property and answer that question, why was it necessary to extend the... Damn, that's a big bee. Sorry about that. Or wasp, I don't even know what it was. But anyway, so before we go look at the property, so that we can answer that question, why was it necessary to extend the gutter downspout main drain line all the way to the front of the property, I want to show you what they had installed for their previous gutter downspout drainage system. The mistake that they made was they used perforated corrugated pipe. You can see the slits there. They actually had this one, see if I can stand that up for you so I can show it to you. They actually had that one. That's your gutter downspout adapter right there. They had that above grade like that, then went below grade at about the 90 there, and then tied into, you got it, more corrugated perforated pipe. They had this system installed all along the foundation wall. I'll take you back there in a second and show you what that contributed to. But you definitely do not want to use perforated pipe as your containment system for your gutter downspout drainage system. And I'll take you back here and show you why you don't want to do that. But let's take a look at the property now. Okay, so here's the property that we installed the gutter downspout drainage system on, and we have discharged and come to daylight right here in front of the property. So take a look all down through there. I'll show you where the old discharge line terminated at. On the other side of this fence, we got two gutter downspouts. I'll take you over there here in a second. But the old system terminated right here. It had tied into two gutter downspouts, came underneath the fence into a pop-up right here and terminated right here. Now then, the corrugated pipe was used all along the foundation wall. I'll show you that. First gutter downspout right there, perforated pipe all along the foundation wall. Came to this gutter downspout. I showed you that. That was perforated pipe, this section right here, and then more perforated pipe underneath the fence to the pop-up. There is a discharge line from a catch basin on the other side of the pool over there. The line runs underneath the pool slab and was discharging right here. We grabbed it, tied into our line, got that gutter downspout to the left, this one, and then out and all the way down to the front of the property. And then down here, we grabbed this other gutter downspout that was not tied in to anything. It was just open. So what that did was it pulled all the bedrock, river bedrock out of the bed, and it was all over here. Even some of it was way down there. So they'll have to get some more pea gravel and bring that back to normal so that they can cover up our pipe. The reason our pipe is above grade right there is that the footing, that 45 right there, is actually sitting on the footing, the foundation footing. So we had to do some adjustments there. That comes down, ties into our main drain line all the way down here. So now the answer to our question, why was it necessary to bring the drain line all the way to the front of the property rather than only extending it 10 to 15 feet away from the home's foundation, which is the recommended length for whenever you do gutter downspout drainage systems? And your answer is right here. It has to do with this retainer wall and has to do with the adjoining neighbor's property. You don't want to collect water from gutter downspouts and discharge the water on the back end of your retainer wall. You're just going to create more potential problems, and you could, over the long term, very long term, compromise the structural integrity of this retainer wall by dumping that amount of water on the back end of it. Given that this property is sloped this way towards the neighbor's property, you don't want to discharge your lines over there, because what happened and was happening is the water would hit the retainer wall and then drain along it and then get to the end of it and go around it and all that water was draining onto his back property and actually encroaching onto his back patio. And in some cities, it is actually, there are codes and regulations where you cannot collect and contain water and then discharge it on to somebody else's property. You can be held liable. Plus, it's just the right thing to do. The courteous thing to do is to keep water that you're collecting on your property and discharge it to a more appropriate location rather than onto your neighbor's property. So that's why we terminated it here. That water will flow, go onto the street here, and end up in our city drainage system right down there, and that's where we want it. So remember, whenever installing your gutter downspout drainage system, 3 important things. One is that, remember, it is a containment system. Always use solid, corrugated, or PVC pipe. The second thing is make sure that you are discharging the water to an appropriate site, that it doesn't affect any surrounding properties or structures. And the third and final thing is make sure that you make it as waterproof and watertight as possible around your foundation. This has been Brooks Belanger with B&B Drainage Solutions, bringing you another how-to video. Thanks for watching.